that's all right. It's me, you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
No, I'm not.
I'm not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not. Hello. How are you?
Are you talking to me or the audience?
Yeah. You guess what? You guess it.
I have nothing to add.
I hope you guys had a good week and enjoy the weekend because it's Friday. Yay.
Oh, I did this yesterday for fucking Keith because he had Time Magazine Man of the Year 2006. And so I said, I'm Time Magazine Man of the Year from 07 through today. I'm such a jerk.
How did you like that?
He laughed. He always laughs. I do.
Man, it was fun crashing his show yesterday. I really miss hanging out with him. It's so much fun. Nobody says, oh, geez, like Keith.
No, he doesn't say oh, geez. He says, oh, geez. Oh,
Yeah.
geez. Oh, geez.
I love that.
Yeah, I want to apologize earlier. Somebody going under my name was in the chat. And he was a real jerk. I didn't like him, so I gave him a big old timeout. And then I started the show because, you know, I didn't have time to be in the chat and to do the show. So, hi, Snorty. Hi, Gambit. Who's first? Say Gambit?
Gambit.
Yeah,
Of course,
Gambit was
Gambit.
first. Then Snorty. And somebody said hi to
Then-
John. And then that jerk version of me popped in. He writes, grrr.
Oh, wait, there's a jerk version of you? What am I getting
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, see, he's a jerk. Look at this.
I thought I'm
Okay,
marrying the jerk version.
better get back into the studio to the show, saying I'm not gonna quit because he's talking about me. That I should quit. He thinks
Oh,
I'm
it's
a
really your
jerk.
name and even your photo. So
And then of course John Whitaker. It is me. Jesus Christ, I'm just fucking around.
I
I've
couldn't
done
see
that
you.
where I was in the chat on a friend's show under 3 different accounts. And I started getting into a vulgar argument with myself. Like, well, what the fuck do you know? It's like, who are you? And it was funny. And
Yeah, I
nobody
thought-
caught on to it. Nobody caught on to
Pick
it.
one of your accounts where it's not that obvious that it's you. But it's pretty obvious.
Well, I've got Josh Becker's, but even that's obvious it's me because Josh is dead. And by the way, I had just a great conversation with Danny, and I had a wonderful conversation with Josh's sister. And we, I told her some stories. She was laughing. Like, oh my God, Josh was so like that. I said, yeah, which is why, he was one of my best friends for 30 years. I love talking to him. And for years, we didn't go a day without talking to each other one way or another. And then once I left his, helping him with the website and Shirley took over, we didn't talk quite as much. But then I would come back later and we would just hang out and talk movie scripts. And then I finally let him read my new Viking script. He said, I don't like it, but I got to tell you, I love the way you wrote it. And I said, you hate it, but love it. He goes, I hate your story. I don't think it's interesting, but I love the way you wrote it. And I went, okay, so this is a technical criticism that you're giving me. Yes. And I'm going to give you a compliment. It was one of the nicest compliments he ever gave me. He said, you understood that a movie is nothing more than a really long joke. Not always funny, but it follows the same principles of the 3-structure joke. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty obvious what it is. I'm having some connection problems. Are you guys seeing that? Like a stutter?
Yeah.
In the
Just
video,
like
yeah,
that.
not in the audio. The audio is fine.
You're moving like Max Headroom.
Yeah.
I know it's really funky. So I'm going to close some browsers, see if that helps any.
It's not another
Good.
storm, though, right? Please tell me it's not another storm.
No, it's the sun is out right now, which doesn't mean shit in Missouri.
Uh,
Doesn't mean anything in Missouri. But I'm glad you brought this up, Alpha. White Knights is actually a really good movie, and they do say the title in the movie. The Russian KGB agent says it, and
yeah, he says something like he's always glad when those white nights are over.
yeah. So I'm going to close Photoshop too, because that might be also impacting it.
Dude,
Doing a new logo.
Photoshop's a monster.
Oh,
No,
you
Penny.
mean resource as a resource hog? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a resource hog. So I close that. Maybe that'll make it better. And I thought I would give you guys a chance to hear something. Anima's already heard it, and she loves the song. I finished.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to make one slight alteration to it in the lyrics, but I don't have time today, so I'll probably do it maybe tomorrow. It could take 45 minutes to do it. And who was that? Who did I just see pop in? Sasha Fred is here too. Penny is here, but I saw
And Penny's
purple. I thought
still sick. That sucks, Penny. Get well soon, please.
Oh, the purple was John Whitaker. So I see John. Alpha is here, of course. God damn it! Happy Friday, guys. I hope everybody's having a good week. And of course, this is the end of the week, so yay! I'm going to turn my camera off here, and I'm going to share my screen. And we are going to let you hear my new song, As We Fall. I really worked through this to where I was only done, because the music was recorded quickly. I wrote the chords out and then produced it into a really good sound. But then I had to figure out the lyrics. And so this is it. And I'm very, very happy with the lyrics. Can you hear it okay?
Yeah.
I haven't been myself. For such a long time now. Plastic smiles, placid eyes under furrowed brow. I feel the changes like a fog rolling in. I'm losing, I keep losing who I am. I'm not that man anymore. Maybe never was. Been knocked to the floor. Whisper lies on love. As we fall into us. I'm not destined stone.
All right, I'll end it there. What did you guys think? Yeah.
No, it's very, very nice, very potent. I think what may be the cause of your lack of resources on your computer.
Fine now. I turned everything off.
No. Wait. I'm over. Yeah, I think Snorri has installed a remote access tool in your computer. He knows exactly what you say is what you're seeing and watching.
It's not gay porn. It just has gay in it. The girl's name is Gay.
Oh.
But I like her porn. It's really good, but they call it gay porn because, gay Alexander, she's fucking hot. Big old jumblies. Big old jumblies. Ironically,
Whoa.
really, really tiny nipples, which is weird.
Gambit, for real? You're a magician for real? No.
This episode is brought to you by Guinness. Mm.
Did you get just the
good
one?
Chris is showing the length of his membership.
Show it
It's
off.
the length. It's always the length, not the girth, that matters.
Gary, did you get just the one can, or did you get more?
No, I have a 4-pack.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I only wanted one. I just wanted one. I
couldn't believe that stuff tastes like the real deal.
Yeah, but it's October a year ago. The last time I had Guinness, because it was, and I'm craving it. Are you saying she had tig old biddies?
Yeah.
Yes, John, that is the answer to that question. Hey, Stream Elements is congratulating Christian DeLorme for having such a long membership. I overemphasize the word or the letter G in that long.
Okay. I need to
Like
run
from
3
New York.
videos. What video
Go
for
for
Snowdy?
If that's true, you need to listen to more of my music.
Wow.
Yes, this is tastes just like Alec Guinness.
It is
Okay.
zero
It's a little
alcohol
bit.
Guinness,
It's a little
and
bit.
it's so good.
Hold on, I've got a joke. It's bitter and slightly washed up.
Oh my God! No,
Oh, God.
bad Gary.
Very bad, Gary.
That's a good joke, though.
Goes to Alec Guinness. He doesn't speak.
How bad was your career towards the end, Alec? Well, I was in Star Wars. That's where he got all of his money.
Okay. Gambit's video.
Hey, Sweden!
They call me the Gambit.
They call me the Gambit. All of us were hoping that they would do his movie too, but we're not going to get it. I don't think we'll ever get that.
And we need a good video for Christian. What can I do? What can I? No, that's too long. Haha.
Phrasing.
Haha.
Okay. That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do.
I won't do them. So thank you, by the way, Gambit. I appreciate that. I think it's a pretty good song. I don't think I could, if I write anything good enough for being a hit or anything, but I've never gone out to write music for that. I write it for me because I just want to express what's in my head. So it's not always in there. I let it out. It's sort of like letting a little air out of that balloon every once in a while.
Oh,
Increase the pressure. So, let's see. Oh, good grief. Good gravy. Good gravy. So, we watched the movie White Nights yesterday, and Anima really enjoyed it. I could tell she enjoyed it. I know when she's enjoying a film, and I know when she's hating. It's really weird because she's not making any noise. Like, you can't hear her breathing. You can't hear anything when she's having a horrible time. It's like she goes out of. I think she stops breathing just to freak me out. Like
she goes into stasis.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can feel the ice over this film. And I'm like, God damn, I love this movie so much. Why aren't you enjoying it? So then what do I do? Am I, like a nice guy, I'm going to stop the movie. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to laugh even louder at the jokes.
That's what he does.
I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to have a good time. I'm not going to let you ruin it for me.
I don't intend to ruin it for you. I'm just not going to hide that I hate a movie when I hate a movie.
Okay. Yes, I said everything. Uh-huh.
Anima should
Oh.
spank Gary, but he
Oh.
just enjoyed it.
Dude, Snorty, I've been with him for 12 days. We did a handful of shows, and I was smacking him on camera when he was naughty.
Well, if you want me to listen to your stuff, then more than merrier. Do you mean the old turn of phrase, the more the merrier? That in is a typo?
I guess. Gambit, the stuff that's already out is on his Cohen's Ghost YouTube channel. You can go there and listen to it.
Listen to it for free.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Apple Music and you can look up Cohen's Ghost. Cohen's is possessive, so there's an apostrophe. Cohen apostrophe S. Cohen's Ghost. 2 words, not one. Although when I played Xbox, I've been Cohen's Ghost since I got my first live account. And I go under the name Cohen's Ghost, 1 word, no apostrophe. A local band in my hometown did a song inspired by a 7-Eleven jingle. It got bought by a major country artist and became a hit. No shit. Well, that's what I've always wanted to do too, is I wanted to write music for other people. But I don't like agents. They tend to be douchebags. So I kind of screwed myself in the fact that I don't like talking to people I don't know. And if I get a weird vibe off of them, I stop talking to them. I remember when they used to play the music video for Say You, Say Me all the time. Yeah, which was written for this movie. It's really fucking cool. Thanks for the Gambit throwback, guys. Of course, dude. Yeah, Cohen's Ghost. I love how crazy it is to be a ballet dancer for 35 years and then start a successful acting career. Pretty sure he may be the only one. Yeah.
No, he's not. You know, they start super young. Like they hit the big stage in their teens, late teens, mid to late teens. And eventually when they hit their 30s, they are done. Their bodies are done. So either they go into teaching, which a lot of them do, or they pursue a new career. I mean, you're acting on stage, so why not go into acting? It makes sense.
Well, the most successful part of it is he fled Soviet Russia.
To Canada, yeah, in real life.
In real life. Left there and then came to America and started making movies. Oddly, he's really not done that many. I showed you. If we were to do a week of his films, we're hard-pressed. Without this movie, we're hard-pressed to get 4 movies.
No, we're talking about why he did that, go to Canada, because he would have been a star in the Soviet Union, but he would have been dancing what they wanted him to dance and where they wanted him to dance.
He was a prima donna.
Not just that, he wanted the creative choice because he went to Canada and he was a superstar already. So he got offers and it was up to him what role he wanted to take on, where he wanted to go. And that's worth.
And I do want to point out too, when it comes to this movie, that before this movie happened, Mikhail had actually declined working with Hackford because Taylor wanted to do a movie about his life, maybe fictionalize it a bit, because he understands he's got people back in Russia that he has to protect in real life. And he just said, no, I don't want to do that. But then they came up with this idea for a story. And it fucking works, man. Yeah, you can listen to my music over on Spotify. You can either listen to it or buy it. If you have Reverb Nation, you can actually find some of my new songs that have not been put on an album yet and listen to them there, or even buy that version of the song for, I think it's $1.49 per song. But you can listen for free.
I'll buy that for $1.
Goddamn right. They call it Royale. Okay, I'm not going to do this one today. We already did it. Isabella Rossellini's mother, Ingrid Bergman, had been so many movies, including in 1944 movie Gaslight by Alfred Hitchcock, as well as the classic Spellbound. And as I recall, both have Cary Grant in it, right? Gaslight, does that have Cary Grant? Or is that the French actor in that one? I'm going to go look it up. Yeah, that's the French actor.
The only one that's ever been.
Yeah, Gaslight was actually not directed by Hitchcock. It was directed by George Cukor, and or Cukor, some people say. Let's see. Yeah, it's the French actor, a famous French actor, Charles Boyer, and he became more famous because of cartoons. Do you remember what character is based on Charles Boyer? Anybody?
Nope.
No idea.
I do not.
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh,
Pepe Le Pew is based on Charles Boyer and his silky voice. Oh, mon chéri, you let me kiss your hand. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I fucking love him. And the modern fucking audience says he's a misogynist, an abuser. He's an abuser. You can't have that character. And they got after fucking Warner Brothers for having the character in new cartoons. Yeah, you should put him away. Never bring him back. He was a misogynist pig. Fuck off. First of all, it's not misogynist, you dumbass. It's sexist pig. Same thing. No, it's not. Martin, explain why.
You're asking me?
Yeah, you know. You've talked about it.
Yeah, misogyny requires a profound dislike, borderline hatred to the against the
a
women.
loathing of females. Disrespecting them isn't hating them. There's a world of difference. It's sort of, again, like the stop, slow down story I told you about the cop.
Yeah.
The guy, it's the same, like, it's not the fucking same thing. They have two different meanings. But
best example is Captain Kirk.
Not to modern audiences. Yeah, because he's sexist.
He's sexist as fuck, but is he misogynist? Hell no. He likes pussy.
He loves the women. Likes to be around them. Especially when they're underlings.
Can't believe you said that.
And by the way, Spellbound is I don't think it's better. I think Gaslight's the better of the two. But I do like Spellbound. Heinz Baryshnikov almost sounds like a new Russian sauce from Heinz. Heinz Baryshnikov participated in a documentary about Nicholas Brothers. Yes, Heinz had also interviewed one of the brothers once. If you haven't seen the Nicholas Brothers dance, you should. Alpha, I introduced Anima to them today.
Yep.
I said, you have not watched tap dance until you see these guys. Because the thing they had in common with Gene Kelly, and they liked Gene Kelly, by the way, was that they brought the athletic to it. And would do some fucking crazy moves, which is what Gene Kelly and his brother were all about. And in fact, you only get to see one movie, which is actually a biographical film about an opera writer, creator. And but it's a musical with dance. And it's Gene Kelly and his brother, and they do a dance together. Only time they ever did it in a film. It's really a fun dance. But he brought the masculine athleticism to dance. Whereas guys like Fred Astaire was all about the grace and the movement of the hands and the swaying and shit. And that was just his way of dancing. But don't ever question, Fred Astaire's skill as a dancer, because Michael Jackson admired him and studied him. And when Michael did his first big dance routine on stage, Fred Astaire was there. And he gave an interview afterwards, said it was the best dancing he'd ever seen in his life.
Dude,
watching Michael Jackson do his moves.
You
that's a hell of a compliment.
You can see Astaire's movements in Jackson.
No, you absolutely can. And he, instead of doing the swaying thing, though, but he still uses his hands the exact same way Fred Astaire uses his hands when he dances. It's like, it's sort of that joke of the actor, like they show it in the movie The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights, where he's in an interview and he goes, I don't know what to do with my hands. And he's like, yeah, during the interview, and he's like touching everybody supposed to touch you. No, put your hands down. It's fucking funny. But a lot of actors have that problem. And dancers too, what to do with your hand. And so Fred Astaire found this thing like a magician. And I believe it impacted magicians, which is why you'll see more swaying with many of the classic magicians when they would move around, like the floating body or the cut in half or any of those, the rings. You'll see there's almost like a dance to the way they move around the subject that they're doing the magic trick with. Look, it's all interconnected. As Mr. Burke would say, it's all connected. Anybody who doesn't know who that is, I feel sorry for you. You should go find out.
I have no idea.
I just introduced you to the first episode, Connections. You watched it with me 2 days ago.
Okay. You introduced me to like 5 shows this week alone. So
anyway, yeah, it's James Burke, and he brought the series back 10 years later because it started in
that science series for kids. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a wonderful show for adults too. It is a wonderful show to watch because he'll start with this little thing and how this did this and that, and then it became this and that. Then it became a clock tower in Austria, and then this other one in Switzerland, and then it became, and it comes all the way today, robots. And he showed the connections all the way up, and I like that chain of events that connects them. Fucking James Burke was the shit. Is he still alive? Is he? I'm gonna look him up real quick.
I don't know.
Excuse me.
I don't think so.
Oh my God, he's still alive. I have to write him. I am going to write him. I fucking love that man. I'm not going to miss another chance because
he's 89. Yeah, you better write to him.
Author of the book, trying to remember the name of the book, is The Flower of Chevalier. Oh man, I love that book, and I can't say his name correctly because Anima's already made fun of me when I say his name.
Oh, let me try. Let me try.
All right, here you go. I'm going to put it in the private chat. He's a Frenchman, and my heart was broken when I found out he had died because I wrote the essay that ended up being in the Tower of London CD-ROM. And a lot of my research was off of what he wrote.
Oh,
Georges Duby.
It's Duby. They use the Y like a Latin I. Duby. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, Georges Duby.
I never seen or heard the French pronunciation of the letter Y.
I haven't heard of him, but knowing the French that I know, that's how I would pronounce it. You never know with names, though, so I could be wrong.
Oh, so you're assuming?
Of course I am. With names, you have to assume, but I'm basing it on my knowledge of the French language. Shut up,
well,
asshole.
you know how the sayings go about assuming. When you assume.
So yeah, the original book is called Guillaume le Marchal ou les Meilleurs Chevaliers du Monde, and that translated to William Marshall, The Flower of Chivalry. Oh, here's that fucking helicopter I love so much. God damn, that thing's a beast. We talked about it one day on the show because it was in one of the war films we did. And I kept bringing up what an amazing helicopter that is. Germans use it. The French use it. I do believe it's Dutch. It's either French or it's Dutch. I'll look it up real quick because it came out in 1970s. I think it's French, but I might be wrong. Photo would help. Alouette. Air Spatial Alouette.
Aerospatial
Yeah.
Alouette.
Alouette means dove.
And now I'm going to look
Yeah,
up
do
the other
not
business.
use all the letters. It's French. Those E's. There are
It
there
is
for
it is the that helicopter that I just said the name of is the one that looks like the American Dolphin helicopter. So I'm going to look up German. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to look up possibly even Austrian or Dutch. Now they keep showing American helicopters. And this just shows you that what Hegseth said is true, that we just don't see the kind of cool military shit coming out of Europe like we used to. The left is focusing too much on these immigrants and not spending money on what they should be,
Well,
protecting themselves.
China is probably cheaper than whatever we are making. So
They just steal what we have.
I know
That's
they
how
do.
they do it.
But if they produce and sell cheaper, the whole world is going to buy that.
yeah,
They
but
don't care whether it's stolen or not.
you don't want to fly a plane that can lose their wings midair.
Alpha, that's exactly how I pronounced it. Duby. So
Yeah, to be.
thanks, but
No, you
no thanks.
pronounced it correctly. I can't.
Yeah.
I never say it right, and it pisses me off, man.
Because of the U. That's not a sound that your tongue is used
No,
to.
it's the S at the end of George
Gosh,
that throws me off the most.
to be or not to be.
Yeah, like that. Georges,
Ding.
it's, I don't know. You just don't say it. There are a lot of silent letters in French. It used to throw me off when I started learning it, but you get into it.
What we're going to do is we're going to throw a letter in there that you will ignore. Then why put it in there? Because we are French.
Hey, Gaelic is even worse, especially.
No,
It is-
don't even
Welsh
get me
and stuff.
started on
Gary,
Gaelic.
Yeah,
Gary,
I know.
Whether, yeah.
It is good for the printing business.
I'm just telling you, that messed up names in Ireland. I'm going to pull one of these up here because fuck, man. The Irish, the Welsh, and the fucking Scottish have the worst spelled names I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, written one way and pronounced completely something else.
Yeah, here we go. Here's one right now. Open this up in a separate window. Then I'm going to do the same thing with Scotland. Because all three countries, all three countries speak a version of Gaelic.
Gay, like
Yeah, Gaelic. That's what you call a gay Irishman.
Yeah.
You know what? Do you know what the definition of a gay Irishman is?
oh my god, no, come on.
It's an Irishman that loves his wife more than his beer. That's. Oh, here's one right here. Oh God, this is in Scotland. Let me see if I can fucking get a decent copy. It's blurry. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to write Scottish signs.
Yeah, I have a step grandmother who is Welsh, and I think one of 3 or 4 Welsh speaking people here in Austria. So she's been on TV, and man, she would annoy my aunt is a year younger than me, half aunt. So we spent all the weekends together in primary school. And when she wanted to annoy us kids, she would switch from English to Welsh, and it's such a weird, fucked up language. Nothing
And
makes
just
sense.
let you know, when I walked into that bar with my dad, pub, because it served food too, and it was nice. We walked in there, and there was these 3 guys at the bar, and when they heard we were American, they switched from English to Welsh. And that annoyed the shit out of me.
It's very rude to do that.
So now I'm going to do Wales. Oh, this I don't even need to sign. This one nails it.
Okay.
Open image in new tab, and then I'm
Because
going
somebody
to...
brought up Polish. There's this joke about the Czech language. So a Czech person is at the eye doctor, and there's this, the table with all the letters, and the doctor is like, "Can you read the fourth line?" And the guy's like, "Read? I know the dude." That's the Czech language for you.
All right, here we go. So first one's Ireland. Share screen. I'll need you to share my screen once we get to it, buddy.
Okay, let me pause it. Remove this one. What do we have here? This.
And I have no idea how this is pronounced.
Yeah.
The example that Alpha is giving us. It's written Menzies, but it's Mingis. What the fuck?
All right, this is Welsh. Let me zoom in on this word. Why is it not let me zoom in? There we go.
Oh, yeah. I think the Welsh Gaelic is the weirdest of the three.
I think they're all fucked up. Now I'll need to zoom out on this one.
What? Elan make sense.
This is in Scotland.
Yeah.
That is Gaelic. It's just Scotland's version of Gaelic, and like this word felt. I think it's one of the words that we learned.
I'm not even going to try. It's too weird.
Yeah, Mac, Zoe, and I tried to learn Gaelic, which was just really a bit.
I went to one class when I was in Dublin, and I decided after that I'm going to find something else to do in that hour because that is too weird for me.
And by the way, I'm impressed with what's her name in the movie? The British actress.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren, yeah.
Oh, she's so good.
In fact, she was so convincing as a Russian. When I saw the movie 2010, An Odyssey 2, and she was the ship commander, captain of the space vessel there that took them to Discovery. I didn't recognize who she was, and I thought she was some Russian actress. Pretty good fucking movie.
I think they're both really good, both with the Russian and with the Russian accent when they speak English.
And by the way, this is where Taylor Hackford fell in love with her, and they've been married ever since. They've been together ever since. He had been up to this point living with Liam Neeson, and then broke up with him, and met this guy, fell in love. They've been together ever since. And in fact, if you go watch Polly's interview with Taylor Hackford, over the movie Blood In, Blood Out, she makes a cameo.
Yeah,
she video bombs the show.
She walks in the back, and then she gets called, and she goes to them. Say hello.
Look, a bunch of nerds. Hi, nerds.
She's adorable.
Oh, she is so funny. I've had a thing for her since I was young. And I mean like a crush, not like I love a scene between Gregory Hines and Isabella Rossellini was cut from the movie after poor testing with American South, according to the writer-director Taylor Hackford in his audio commentary. Well, people had problems with why he left. And so it's not like they're ambiguous about it, but we don't take kindly to deserters. Period. We don't. That is a form of
no
cowardice.
Country does.
Yeah,
no
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah,
and so
it's not an American thing.
a lot of the audiences here are like going, we don't need to know that because we want to like him, and you're making us not like him. And he understood, and he took it out. By the way, I love their argument here. How do we know that's his X-ray? Gaelic really helps to clear your throat. Yeah, it's a very Father. This is from Father Weems. He's like, well, Gaelic, you know, is a phlegmy language. It loosens up the phlegm.
About being drunk makes it easier. My dad was trying to learn a couple words of Croatian when we were on that ship for a week. And when the captain got drunk with us, he would just do rounds and rounds and rounds of shots, and every other shot was for Poseidon. And yeah, it was ridiculous and funny. And so the Croatian word for cheers is živeli. And my dad was very tipsy when there was another round, and everybody goes živeli, and so did my dad. And then he stopped and was like, "Hey, I can speak Croatian when I'm drunk." I'll never forget.
Now that's one of the words I remember in Gaelic is slán or slancha, which is
that's
cheers.
the only one that stuck. Slancha.
11 Alpha. What the freak is that?
Polish.
I know, but what does it
No,
say?
I think that's Czech. I think that's Czech.
I like to hear the pronunciation of all that.
So I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to have to go to the other studio. I hope this doesn't fuck us up. I'm going to main shows. So I want to add an image.
Come on, do it.
Oh, it's not letting me.
The marvels of technology. Let me see if I can. Which do you want me to go to? Main?
Never mind. I'll just bring it in as an image.
Okay.
Here we go. By the way, I broke down Doctor Who, the new series since Chris Eccleston for Anima, and she's like, "Oh, I want to watch this show." I'm like, "Yeah, right." Despite some of the bad, the annoying shit, there's a lot of good stuff in that.
Helen Mirren is part Russian. I didn't know that. That explains.
Helena Lydia Mironov. Yeah.
That explains her ability to speak Russian the way she does and her amazing fucking accent. That is so cool. So anyway, this was the poster at the theater when I went to see this in the movies. And I fucking like that poster. You got the red, white, and blue flag. And then, of course, you got the red Russian flag down below. And these two guys torn between.
Back then, the flag of the Soviet Union. It's a different one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the new Russian flag. It looks like too many other flags.
A lot of flags are pretty boring when you look close.
It's also tiresome to see the constant mixing up of the three bars that are either red or orange, white, and green. Red, white, and green, orange, white, and green, and then red, white, and blue.
Oh my God. Here's the translation. In the town of whatever it is, a cricket buzzes in the reeds. And he's pronounced. Come on, help.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
No, no way.
Gonna break my tongue.
Nope, no.
No, the funny thing is, though, we had a lot of Polish guests in Croatia, and when you know Croatian, you fairly well understand what they mean when they order, because they don't speak anything but Polish. They're rude. They learn English at school, but when they're on holiday, they're assholes. But we always were able to figure out what they wanted to order. And it was usually 1 pizza for a table of 5 and 5 glasses of water, some shit like that.
There, I found it. It's German. It is German. It's a German helicopter. It's made by Messerschmitt. It's the Blambo 105. That's that fucking cool looking helicopter. It's got some muscle.
I'm not surprised the manufacturer is Messerschmitt.
And this is, because we talked about this on another episode. This is the model kit that I built as a kid, and I love this helicopter. And I do believe this is Dutch KLM. Is that the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Here it is. I had this exact model, and I with those decals.
Wait. Pausing, removing, adding. Oh, looks like a beautiful beluga whale.
Yeah,
Looks like a
I
bumblebee,
didn't.
if you ask me.
I initially didn't like the blue, but I got used to it because it's just a cool looking helicopter.
I like the blue, especially with that yellow, with that ochre on top. Nice combo.
Jello and ogres.
Ochre. Ah, fuck you. Le fuck you.
If you want to tell him that in French, that would be va merdre. That means go shit.
I would prefer go full Italian and tell him Pafanculo.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good too.
Pafanculo.
No, it wasn't Gregory Hines. That was Richard Pryor.
What are you thinking of? What's he thinking of?
The 1982 movie The Toy. That was Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, that was Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason. In fact, one of the films I want to watch with Anima is the movie called Tap, which was Sammy Davis Jr.'s last movie.
Yeah, it was.
And he started it with Gregory.
Someone talk about it in the chat, but man, that was a lot of comments ago. A lot of comments ago.
Well, it's a good movie though, and it really is. And I'm a big fan of Sammy Davis Jr. I grew up on that guy, and seeing him dance with Gregory Hines was so fucking cool. There I was surrounded by fuckers. I had fuckers above me, fuckers behind me, fuckers on both sides, and they were all flying Messerschmitts. And the biggest one of them all was referred to as the motherfucker.
Oh. Heinz, Billy Crystal, I don't know.
I do, because we did it. It's called Running Scared. We did it on this show. It's directed. Remember. Yeah. It's directed by the same director that did 2010. He also directed Outland. I'm just going to go look him up. I forgot his name. Peter Hines. And Peter Hines made, in my opinion, one of the best buddy cop films of the 80s. You know, everybody goes to Lethal Weapon, but Lethal Weapon in many ways was really a tribute to the earlier buddy cop films and also Dirty Harry. In fact, they stole stuff. I'm sorry. Did an homage.
Yeah.
To Dirty Harry. But I thought it was pretty obvious when I saw it. Like the whole jumper scene. Straight from Dirty Harry.
Okay, we have a bridge from Wade. So there we go. I'm coming through that waiting night to love you for sure. We haven't used that in a while.
Yeah.
Then it kills me is when I pop in on other channels and they do backdoor jokes, and I'm like, they don't have any videos over here. That's us.
They're just recognizing your presence, Gary.
Daddy, chill.
Okay, it was John Whitaker. Thank you, because I wasn't going to go fishing for that comment.
It's actually a good film. I do like that movie. I like movies with dance in it. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's a dark film, but I love Pennies from Heaven with Steve Martin and Bernadette Peters. But Chevy Chase and Gregory Hines team up in William Friedkin's Deal of the Century. Yet that movie was good. Running Scared was great. You can have wallets, but you can't keep the badges. You got to give the badges back. Yeah, this is where you see where he works, man. Like, we
No,
give
no,
you a life.
no. He doesn't work there. He's telling them. He's telling him that either he accepts to help or he will be working there.
Yeah. That's a threat.
Yeah.
And God, this place is so sad and depressing.
I was reading that one.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
That's okay. Where was I? Since Poland is further north, comes sooner. But it's okay.
Bunkers.
Again, Gambit. When I show this one, we talked about that a little bit ago, and I even explained who Charles Boyer is. And yes, Pepe Le Pew. Man, a lot of these comments haven't loaded for me.
Again?
The famous
You had that problem
Fugger
last
family and bankers in Germany. They're daddy fuggers, baby fuggers, big fuggers, little fuggers, and mother fuggers. Mikhail Baryshnikov reportedly was insistent with the producers that grammatically correct Russian be spoken in his movie instead of often nonsensical hybrid often used by
Well,
American
yeah,
movies.
duh. If you have a real native speaker, they're going to do that. Same for German. They want to be serious about this. I get that.
I have seen that Alpha, and it's pretty cool. I do. I like that song, Uptown Funk. Baryshnikov also did a scene where he spoke French. In real life, it was his second language.
It's also the language of ballet, so most of them are good in French, at least the basics.
Yeah, Mariam Dabo, the future leading Bond girl, is his girlfriend in this movie that you meet at the beginning. The Old English, Old Germanic, and Old Slavic names for the months are far cooler than the Latin-derived ones we use today. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that.
Most Croatians don't even use the names, they're just counting. So listopad or October would just be deseti mesec.
It's
10th
like
month.
day weeks in Portuguese.
Yeah,
They're just counting. First day, second day, third day.
I like that. That's always such a pain in the ass when learning a foreign language. Months, days, numbers.
So there's a great picture of John Lennon. He would leave Russia and eventually form a band. Let's see. Gregory Hines was also okay.
Yeah,
And it's the same
Exactly.
for cooking as ballet. All the French I know is because of learning how to cook professionally. Gregory Hines was also in the Mel Brooks movie History of the World Part 1, which was good. A damn good movie. Not that second one. Yeah, it's a scene like this, not there. It's more towards the third act where he says the White Knights.
yeah. I think it's when they make the exchange at the very end.
Oh no. They use the term since the beginning.
Okay, that's the
the
one that
captain-
stuck with me.
The
It's the other
captain
one
in
that I
the
remember.
plane. The captain in the plane that say, if you look through your window, you can see the white knights and blah 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 blah. If you want to sleep, close your window.
Oh, okay.
And if you didn't know it, that's also what the basic plot point is in the movie with Al Pacino. Christopher Nolan directed it, Insomnia.
Mm.
November in Old English was, I'm not going to try that one, Blood Month, the slaughter of the farm animals that wouldn't survive the winter. And by the way, guys, this is Isabella Rossellini's first American film.
Yeah, and she looks like 20 something. She was actually 33 years old when it came out, so 32 when they made it.
She looks young.
Yeah, such a baby face. Uh-oh, that was a cat.
Was it throw up?
No, she just announced that she woke up and is leaving the desk to go check for food in her bowl. She had a rough day today with the heat, but it's finally getting cooler. So, looks
Now,
like
as I
her
mentioned,
appetite's back.
as I mentioned earlier, Hackford kept approaching Mikhail to do a film about his life and his escape, but he wouldn't do it because it would put people that he loved that were still in Russia in harm's way. And this was the film that he came up with to kind of show something about how scared somebody like Mikhail Baryshnikov would be in this given situation if they were repatriated against their will.
It's a made-up story, but it's believable enough.
Yep. Bloodmud sounds like bacon and sausage.
Also, they love dancing together. So, okay, we watched an interview, and again, I forgot the black dude's name, sorry.
Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines, right. So an interview with him, and he was talking about how when they first met, they were just dancing and trying out how they would harmonize with each other, bumping into each other and shit. And there was a lot of jumping. Baryshnikov just did a lot of jumping. So he did too. And he said it was like Baryshnikov was defying gravity because he would jump, no idea what he was going to do up there in the air. But once he was up there, he figured it out and he just stayed up there forever. And Gregory tried too. So he would jump and he would try to do stuff. And eventually he would try to stay up, but eventually he had to go down. And Baryshnikov was just watching him go down to the ground, and then he would graciously come down himself. And I can picture that in my mind because I know how crazy ballet dancers are when they jump. It really seems like they're able to fly.
I think it's you're onto something here, but you're saying it wrong, Slasher Fred. This was not a first of really anything, but it really was the first modern buddy dance movie. And instead of a buddy cop film, buddy heist film, it's a buddy dance film. But we have a history of that shit dating back to the 30s. I mean, every single one of the Road to movies had a dance scene in it. And you get little things like that. And I always like that because you would have Bob Hope and Bing Crosby sing and dance together in those road films. And that sort of paves the way. This is a more dramatic version where you have two guys with two different dance techniques learning to
and different worlds.
They're communicating through dance.
Yeah. But they are really from different worlds because Hines is from America, went to Russia. Baryshnikov is from Russia, went to America. So they are like really polar opposites, but they team up.
Yeah, I love this dance scene. This is the pirouette scene, isn't it?
No, I think that's the first time they're in the.
No.
By the way,
I think yes, it is.
Oh yeah,
The
it is. By the way, that is not just any training stage. This is the training stage. It's just as wide as the real stage is. So this is not just where they train ballet. This is where they train the actual routines that go on stage. These stages are gigantic.
Just to let you know how much he just gave him, it would be the equivalent of between $75 and $100 today. That little bet at 10 rubles.
11.
Sorry, that's right, 11.
11 rubles.
And he's sitting there fucking bragging about it, and then who was it that walks in? Helen Mirren, that's what it is. Yeah, Helen Mirren breaks in and breaks the spell of him, hot dogging it over Hines losing his money.
He takes the money in his mouth. That was so fucking close. And by the way, in today's money, 11 rubles would be like 15 cents. So nothing really.
But at the time, it was equivalent. That's what I'm trying to tell you. At the time, the value of it then in Russia is equivalent to about $75 to $100 today.
That would be black market value, though, because due to the Cold War, there wouldn't have been an official exchange rate between those two currencies, U.S. and Russian. Eleven Alpha probably knows more about that.
I don't care that much. It's just what I learned by reading.
Yeah.
That it would be the equivalent. And they did trade with us, so. Does anybody know what the primary resource that they did trade with us for? Anybody?
No.
Grain.
Oh.
I learned that in high school, in government, as well as history class.
You'd think they need that to make vodka.
They are piss poorly educated today here in the U.S. In selecting shooting locations, producer. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get to that shit when I get to it. At the time, in the black market rate, rubles were worth about 1/10 of the official Soviet exchange rate. Now, I told Anima yesterday a little bit about where they shot the film, and it was primarily shot in Finland, Portugal, at the studios in the United Kingdom, and there is some authentic second unit Soviet Union footage used in the film. They would get permission to shoot on the streets, shit like that. But Helsinki in Finland served primarily as a stand-in for Leningrad, and Ropasari, which I don't know where that is, represented the remote Siberian isolation places. The Soviet Union director Taylor Hackford secretly sent a second unit crew to Leningrad to film the exterior of Kirov Theater. Now today is called the Mariinsky Theater, and other landmarks disguised as travelogue production to bypass political restrictions. Now, the shots that were filmed in the United Kingdom with the opening ballet sequences was filmed in Bristol Hippodrome, with interior scenes shot at the Albury Theatre in London, and Elstree Studios was for some of the interiors when they had to shoot on a soundstage. The aircraft crash sequence was filmed at RAF it's not Mac, it's Mackin Harnish, Campbelltown Airport in Scotland. And then, of course, Portugal, the interior of the theater scenes were filmed at the San Carlos Opera House in Lisbon.
It's a gorgeous opera house. I like places like that.
Gary's right that the Soviets inflated the official value to make the ruble seem like it was more, which is why we don't know. When I did the math for that, I told you it's anywhere between $75 and $100. We don't know the exact amount because exactly.
I think it also depended who you were trading with.
And one of the biggest things, Alpha, that I just heard recently is we've got people who have escaped China and defected to the United States that have given us intel. These are people that work for or within the government saying China inflates its population.
Oh, yeah.
That it's not as much as they say it is, and their military is not as big as they say it is. They do that to try to scare.
Country tricking with their numbers. Shocker.
Well, they're doing it specifically to scare USA. You know, it's the primary reason. They're not worried about really anybody else. So they decided to film it.
Join the European Union.
I'm kind of surprised. I got to be honest, Gambit. I'm surprised that they didn't shoot some in Austria. I really was, which is why I went to look up all the filming locations when I did, because I was like, I bet you they must have tried to shoot some of this in.
They do
Austria.
like to use Vienna as a stand-in for.
Let's be clear. If the whole verisimilitude would have been lost if a kangaroo could be seen in the background.
Go ahead, Anima.
What?
Anime? Nothing anime?
Nothing to add about the kangaroos in Austria?
Oh no,
Okay.
I have kangaroo
guess that's-
fatigue.
You have been just as Val Kilmer would say, as Doc Holliday, you may go now.
Yeah, I have severe kangaroo fatigue. So
Is that like with your cat? Do you call your cat a cat? I'm concerned. I'm confused. I consider the PRC to be a giant Potemkin village. Yeah, rubles are worth millions of dollars. Are there quokkas in Austria, though?
I don't even know what that is.
Quokkas? Look for it. Look for it. You're gonna love him.
They are this little smiling critter. Always looks like it's in a good mood. And they're really rather friendly.
Oh, those. I think you showed me those.
They have a natural smile on their face all the time. They look like a teddy bear. Just like, hey, I like you. You want to feed
Are they
me?
Australian?
Yeah.
The great white looks like smiling too.
Let me see if hold on. Let me go. Let me see if I can find that one. Because their smiles are adorable.
No, we need to keep the slideshow going, Gary. We only halfway through.
I'm looking
I'll
forward.
Google
Here we
that
go.
animal.
Even when they're sleeping, man, they look so fucking adorable.
Oh,
You just
yeah, man. They're cute. I remember you showed them to me.
all right, here we go. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Oh no, say you, say me. That's what. Share it for always. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They're Australian. So yeah, they have the weirdest animals.
Look at that. Look at him. I love
So
you.
happy.
Look at him. He's smiling asleep. I do not understand these fucking things, how they can be so adorable. And they're endangered and they live on one island. And people, you can actually interact with them. People are like, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and interact with them. Occasionally somebody gets bit, but it's usually over confusion, not over aggression. And just like regular marsupials, they have a pouch. But they are the cutest damn things. Look at that face. Look at him. Look at this with the floppy ear. Oh my God, I want to adopt him now. And yeah, you can go up to him and do this shit. Feed him, give him food. And they're doing pretty well on that island. The problem is that, anywhere else, they'd be hunted to death by predators. And I mean the ones from outer space.
Yeah.
It's a lie. Yeah, apparently they have them in Austria too. Hey, Eclays here. What's up, brother?
Hi,
Battleship. This is something I've said multiple times. I know most of you guys have heard me say this, that I don't care what your ideology is. If you make a good movie, I will fucking watch it. I will watch your movie if you make it good. Give me good structural development, story arc, character arc. Give me some solid themes. Give me characters I fucking care about and show them change from the beginning to end. I want to see that growth. And you get that with this movie, Battleship Potemkin. There is an M in there, by the way. Has one of the most iconic scenes. By the way, that scene inspired fellow communist Brian De Palma for the baby carriage scene in the train station, Union Station.
Oh, God.
Which, by the way, one of my favorite scenes in that fucking movie, the slow motion fucking gunfight and that baby inside that stroller. Jesus
That makes
Christ,
you so
I love it.
anxious, that fucking scene.
Yeah, but he was inspired by the scene on the steps at the end of Battleship Potemkin. It's a good fucking movie. And it's rare you'll hear me say that about a silent film. So I love silent film. Don't get me wrong, it is the history of cinema. But the overacting from that period was really obnoxious at times. The exaggerated movements they would do, the pantomime. I just didn't really get into it.
Yeah, I know. For me, it's the music that kills it mostly because it's so over the top.
And by the way, I showed Anima the comic books. I didn't realize I hadn't showed you that comic book that I did with Lou Ferrigno.
No, you haven't.
When I worked with him on the film that he was in, Liberator, and the comic book for Blue Water Comics. And they wanted me to do the whole series. I went, fuck no. I'll do book one. Why did you want to do the whole comic series? This is the director asking me. I said, I don't want a 22-day deadline for 22 to 24 pages. No fucking thank you.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's a headache. The Potemkin village is thus a facade to deceive people into thinking something is more impressive than it actually is. And that's one of the themes in the story. It's a great film. I really do think it's a great film. Have you seen it, Alpha? Now, I do believe, Slasher Fred, you've seen it before, because I think you and I have talked about it before. But I am curious if you've seen it, Alpha, because I do like that movie. Yeah, Communist China. Here's what scares me about Communist China. They discovered that they can run their government using the capitalist system. Nobody else benefits from it, just the government. That whole trickle-down thing's never worked, not even when Ronald Reagan tried it. That was just a fucking mud pie. And that's and you shouldn't make Lou angry. No, I liked Lou, and we got along really well. I got along with everybody in the film, and in fact, I became friends with a couple of them, the actors and martial artists, both of them. And Helen Mirren. Oh, look, that fucking movie. Period, dude. Period. The Long Good Friday is one of the greatest British crime films ever made. And I mean, there's a lot of great fucking crime films from England. Did you guys know I even wrote the story outline for one with a partial script? And I had an actor friend of mine in England that wanted to get it produced. And he tried, but it was a period of time when nobody wanted to do that kind of action thriller, crime thriller. But
why not?
Harry Brown, I think, made people interested in it again in England. And then fucking all of the movies of, what's his name that married Madonna? Guy Ritchie.
He's a Madonna survivor.
Well, equally, I don't know if you were here when I told this story before. There's a movie called The Artist. It stars Jean Dujardin. And it's a modern film. They used the old film equipment to make the movie. They used the same film stock, but you can't use the old film because it had too many nitrates in it. It would go up. You heat it up and explodes. It's explosive, by the way. Yes, not just flammable. And that's why so many films were destroyed. The studio warehouse burned down. And thousands of films were lost to time. We'll never have again. And but anyway, so they took old film stock, but it's modern made, and they made a silent film, and it's really good. Jean Dujardin is a brilliant fucking actor for pantomime. He has one of the single most expressive, very rubbery face. In fact, he has that kind of nickname, just like Jim Carrey. They refer to him as a guy with a rubbery face. And he is so fucking funny, so good in that movie. I saw it, and I never will watch it again. But I did a comic with Lou Ferrigno in it, where Lou is sitting in his, and I named the cartoon Lou. That was it, Lou, Lou. And it has Lou sitting in his chair, and some guy walks in and goes, Lou, I just got back from the theater, man. I just went to see the movie The Artist. It's a silent film. It's a modern silent film filled with old equipment, but it's silent. Can you believe that? They've made a modern silent movie. And Lou goes, every movie is silent to me, you dumbass. And I ran into him and I showed it to him and he laughed his ass off. I've never published it and I lost it. I could redraw it again. It's not that hard, but it was pretty fucking funny. It even made Lou Ferrigno laugh. He goes, "Et very true," because he talks like that. He still does. He has the cochlear implant. And we get to watch.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he's been slowly, gradually doing the surgery. And we watched one of the early videos of him when he got it. And he could hear whooshing sounds and stuff like that, but he couldn't, like everything was muted. He couldn't quite hear yet.
Well, yeah, it's not like you get that implant and you hear right away. You need to train that. And it's scary.
No, exactly. And by the way, this is a great actor right here. That's John Glover, man. Also, there's a Raiders and Star Wars album in this movie. His name is William Hootkins. You guys might remember him as Porkins in Star Wars. And he was the government agent that tells Indiana Jones, we have top men working on it. What top men? Top men. That's him. He's in this movie too. And by the way, he speaks fluent French. I mean, Russian. Something I was unaware of. But Isabella Rossellini is so gorgeous in this. Geraldine Page is in this too. Geraldine plays his manager, I think. You get him back. She will not fucking leave it alone. They keep telling her to drop it. And I'm not leaving this alone until he is back. And Helen Mirren is just fucking gorgeous in this role. And it's one of the parts of the film that makes me sad. Because we never find out what happens to her. She's the one who facilitates the escape for him because she loves him.
When he dances for her to the forbidden music and she just sits there crying, that scene was heartbreaking.
China is also a con on its own population. Yeah, I was just talking about that, buddy. One of those dissidents that escaped. Now, this is a real person who requires sanctuary because they left a communist country without permission and fled to the United States. And she has been giving us tons of information about some of the shit they're doing over there. And we know, look, Bill Clinton sold us out back in the 90s, which is how China got so many fucking blueprints and plans. And they copied our fucking F-35. They have a clone of it. Does it kind of look like it might not be that maybe I make it? No, it's identical to the F-35. Identical. But it doesn't have the fucking power because they got some of the information, not all of it. But they are a con man country, dude. All your communist countries are. They hide the truth. They hide the truth from their own people, and they try to hide the truth from the world outside. And the truth is that wheel of cheese goes away eventually. And then it's just the rich starving the poor. Thus, the make work construction projects leading to those giant empty city. Oh, and let's not even forget the fucking concrete they're using is crumbling apart. These buildings are collapsing, killing people. It was basically the mob. Yeah, absolutely, John. They let anyone that wants to start a business, and when it starts making money, yeah, they take it. If you want to see an amazing story, go look at the biography of Ayn Rand and how she ended up here in the United States with her father. It's an incredible story that tells you everything that's wrong with communism. I mean, there's no stone left unturned in her writing. What is this one? Oh yeah. The triads. Yeah. Now, like in math, I would refer to it as a triad. But when you're talking about the mafia over there, it's the triads. Oh wait, the black and white movie. I think I saw that. Yeah. I mean, it's a solid movie, and I'm going to show it to Anima. I'm going to watch it again, just so Anima can enjoy it and really see, because she's already enjoyed the shit out of Shardy. What did we watch the other day with him in it? Oh, the movie where he's a cop trying to prove the guy innocent that was supposedly railroaded and convicted for the murder of his son. But then at the end, you find out that he knew he was guilty all along. He wanted to get him out so he could kill him. And he takes him right out to the same spot where the guy killed his child and buries him there. It's a fucking good movie, dude. Dark. Are you there, Anima? They're talking to you and you're not responding. She's fucking with her cat. In Florida, we have trees that explode. I'm sure I've fucking heard of this, but I'm not remembering what that's about. I'm assuming it has to do with gases building up in the heat. And I'm going to assume it's a palm type tree. The film was the international film debut. Yeah, I already explained that, but thank you. Chinese mob consists of the triads. That's right. Yeah, they're not the only one. They're just the ones that everybody knows. There's also a 1997 movie made by Disney, Heracles. I only just saw a clip of Lou getting his implant. Yes, that's the one we watched, and we're waiting for the follow-up. I think it's wonderful that he's doing this. The lambada.
Sorry,
That's the forbidden dance.
I had a cramp in my thigh that needed my attention.
Tell me more.
110, do not recommend.
What part of your thigh? Is it like in the back, going towards the butt?
Calf, I mean, Jesus Christ. You know what cramps?
Calves are not interesting. I have calf. Yeah, I've had them. They're fucking awful.
They are.
I remember one day we were marching. We did a 20-mile forest march, and I carried my 60-pound ruck, my 45-pound medical pack, and a 60-pound ruck of the other dude that fell out. So I had a lot of weight on me, and it ended up giving me permanent scars up here where the straps burned my skin, like melded with my skin. My shirt was melded with my flesh. It was bad. They had to peel my shirt off of me.
Ew.
And I started having these fucking cramps, and I lifted my leg up, and you could see the lines of the calf, like one line just fucking moving in the middle of the huge muscle. And there's just this one area that's fucking going. I'm like, that was the weirdest fucking things I've ever seen, is when that happens. So he's saying lambada is the forbidden dance. Is that the one he did in this? Or was it forbidden because it was Soviet Russia? So Say You See Me wasn't included in the soundtrack. Clay. That takes a separate licensing, but it was given to the film. In fact, the two best songs in here, and I'm going to tell you the story in a little bit. Oh, excuse me.
It sucks that we can't play that song because it's so gorgeous.
Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, if we ever do Face Off, as bad as it is, it's one of those bad movies. It's also awesome to watch because of the performances by Travolta and Nick Cage.
That's the only good thing.
The physical effects. Go ahead.
If we ever do Face Off, I think I'm gonna be sick that day. Most probably.
No, that's already my day off, Martin.
Because
I do not want to do that.
Prosthesis that they did, they created the upper torso, shoulders and arms and face, and put all the fucking chest hair in and everything for both actors. and cut off the fucking faces of these body doubles, and it's fucking incredible work. I'm looking at it right now. I just shared it to the group, Facebook group, Pop Culture Minefield. And for those of you that aren't members over there yet, man,
You're missing
here you
out.
go. There's a lot of cool shit. We're friends with a lot of people, and we'll share a lot of their posts about their movies, independent filmmakers to better known directors. And here you go, right here. This is the Facebook group. It's free. Just go join it, man. It's fun. Yeah, I'm going to get into that. I just said that. I'm going to explain that, buddy. It wasn't a divorce.
You know?
Nothing. I just get exasperated with that post.
Okay, let's put this in the meantime. There you go, people. That's the group.
Oh, fuck off, E. Clay. You're not that cool. Not even close.
He's probably one of the people saying only old people use Facebook now. All the young people on Instagram.
Well, if that's true, what's his excuse?
You're old. Come join Facebook. Uh-oh. My nemesis is here.
Just feed her. Oh, no.
Oh, is
Ariel!
Ariel? Hi, Ariel.
Hi, Ariel. No Muppets in this movie.
Yet.
Ah.
Oh, we will do the Muppets movie, just the first one, as a watch along.
I'm going to do it for Jim Henson's birthday. And we're not going to do just Muppet movies. I'm going to do the movies that were produced while he was alive, which includes Labyrinth and the Saturday one's going to be the one with the fairies and shit. What was that one called? Dark Crystal. I fucking love both those movies. They're incredible movies. And they're not meant to look like puppets. They're meant to be fairies. And the Jim Henson Workshop figured out how to make them move and shit. Stephen Bishop.
The Tupolev 2-4 was reverse engineered from the B-29. Oh. Oh.
What?
I didn't know that fact.
What?
That the Tupolev 2-4 was an exact copy of the B-29. Even into the mistakes.
Oh, yeah. The mistakes were even in it. That's funny.
I consider that South Park episode the definitive statement on Facebook. I haven't seen it. I have seen nothing on South Park.
Yeah, I stopped watching South Park. They sold out, and I just lost interest in them. When they started doing the movies, it was starting to get pretty hinky. So anyway.
Oh, Storyteller series.
Yeah, I love that show. Well, I've talked about that before. I really love that show. director of photography on this is really good too, because I love the lighting in this film. Everything feels like you're in a real place, not a studio. Even when they shot in a studio, it still felt like a real place, and I fucking appreciate it. And of course, his regular collaborator on music was Michael Colombier. And I've always liked his music. His soundtrack for Against All Odds is great. I mean, yes, we got some great music in that movie, but Michael's guitar work on that is really fucking good. But the cinematographer, like, wow, dude. His work on this is just some of the best. And of course, let me tell you who this guy is. I'm going to name you 4 fucking movies he was the DP on. And I've talked about this guy before when we did Catch 22. Remember that? He's the director of photography for Out of Africa, Chariots of Fire. These are both Oscar-winning films. Memphis Belle, Oscar nominated. Catch 22. And this guy has done some incredible fucking movies. He's also done some really crappy ones. But he did a little movie that I actually thought is better than the way it gets treated, called Last Rites with Tom Berenger as a priest. It's a murder mystery. I do like that film. I like stories about priests getting caught up in shit that they're scared of. He was the DP on Moonstruck. This movie, another film I fucking love, Return to Oz. I think that is the superior movie about the Wizard of Oz. And it is a quasi sequel to the original Wizard of Oz. He did a movie that looks beautiful, but it's awful. It's called Yentl. Just a terrible fucking movie.
My dad loves that movie.
I hated that movie. Now, here is a little movie that I really liked. It's got Sean Connery in it. How can you go wrong with that? You can't go wrong with that. You got beautiful Brooke Adams in it, Hector Elizondo, Martin Balsam, Denholm Elliott, Chris Sarandon. You get to see him get smoked at the end. He thinks that he's above being murdered by the communists there in Cuba. And that's the movie, Cuba, starring Sean Connery and Brooke Adams. Very fucking good movie. David Rappaport's in it too, by the way. The dwarf actor from Time Bandits that played Jared. He's in it. Look, man, I'm a walking encyclopedia of fucking movies. I'm lucky when I remember anything. This scene is tense because they're making it look so much more difficult to do physically than it really is. And I kept yelling at the screen. Anima, what did I say? When she's on the rope trying to get across and suddenly stops because she hits a downward angle. And what did I say?
Lift it.
I'm yelling, lift the rope.
Takes him so long to figure that out.
Lift the rope up.
And then Hines does the same mistake that the dude in War Machine does, going feet first.
Gets under rope foot
Stupid.
first.
Yeah.
But he's going back. Didn't matter. He's not going with them. He knows he has to stay. He has to make sure she gets out because that baby has no chance in Soviet Russia. 6, I'm glad you love this movie. We love it too. We still want to have a meeting. Martin, Anima, and I want to have a meeting with you to maybe toss some ideas around because we want to evolve this channel and help it grow more organically. Me being a jackass is not the greatest way to do that. And so
I would love to have 6 to discuss more TV shows because I think our show on Pluribus was pretty good.
Well, we also want to do the show, and I've decided to make it regional. And everybody around the country can watch it, around the world can watch it, but I wanted to talk about all the fucking paranormal shit here in the state of Missouri because there's some crazy shit in this state. From the skunk ape to the Momo, you got some crazy fucking creatures and UFO shit going on in Missouri.
I'm sorry, the skunk what?
The skunk ape.
I want to know more.
They call it that because of the sulfur smell. He looks like a tall orangutan, but he smells of sulfur.
Oh. Okay. Success. She's off all weekend. So
You guys figure it out. YouTube. Like what you would like to do, maybe morning or afternoon after the show.
Please before the show. Because after the show
yeah.
is after midnight for me, so that's not good for having meetings.
Exactly. So I'm going to go back through these again. So, like I left off with Endless Love in Cuba, and then he worked on Hanover Street, which is the Harrison Ford movie where he gets to be the love interest in a pilot, and it's that classic plot of American falls in love with the British girl. British girl has husband missing in action, and he has to go find him. Fun little movie. Jesus of Nazareth, he was the DP on that. He was also the DP on a film that Anna and I both love independently, Robin and Mary with Sean Connery and Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
He was a DP on a movie that is finally getting a 4K restoration, To the Devil, a Daughter, which has Oliver Reed and Christopher Lee in it. He worked on the movie Mahogany, which was just this big thing when it came out and then forgotten. He was the DP on all of the Musketeer movies of the 70s. Let's see. He did the movie The Devils, another horror film. Bizarre horror film. Then, of course, Catch-22. He did the movie Charge of the Light Brigade, which I didn't think was all that great. He did Marat Sade, which is a weird movie, but it's a good movie.
It's a weird title.
He was the DP on the Beatles' Help, which would probably make him also the DP on Hard Day's Night. We'll see. I'm looking. Nope. Oddly, no. That's weird. Same director, and he liked using him. That's weird. And then he mostly worked on British films and shit, short films. Yeah. Yeah, these are short films I would never watch. But David Watkins is a very good DP.
English-speaking people don't get double letters. They just don't. Because they don't have them.
Yep. So here's some movies that Michael Colombier did. He did the composition for not the songs, but the music for Purple Rain. He did the soundtrack for Men on Fire, which is, to me, reminds me of his the theme he did for Against All Odds. He also did The Golden Child, which I like that movie a lot. I think it's far better than what it gets treated as. Yeah, the little kid tricking the big dumb guard. I fucking love that shit. I'm gonna look to see if we got some really good movies worth mentioning. Look, I love Meet Wally Sparks, but no, that's not a film worth really mentioning. Like why I mention it is only because I like it. It's got Rodney Dangerfield in it. He did the soundtrack music for Major League and Major League 2. He did I don't know. I don't think that's the same one. That's a different movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh my God, he did the movie Folks with Tom Selleck. And this is a movie that has cartoon violence, but there's an actual cost to every injury that Tom Selleck endures trying to take care of his parents who are losing their memory and shit. And he's constantly at odds trying to keep them out of trouble. And it is a comedy. Here's the synopsis. A slightly self-absorbed yuppie takes in his parents, including his senile father, after their home burns down, but his personal and professional life begin to fall apart soon afterward. I wonder if they have anything to do with it. Oh, man. It's a good film. Don Amici plays his dad. You got Christine Edelsoul. Oh, she's a weird-looking woman. Robert Pastorelli, God rest his soul. He died young. And a young John Favreau. is in it. This is back in 1992. I believe the actual title was The Persecution and Assassination of Jean-Paul Marat, as performed by the inmates in the asylum of Charenton under the direction of the Marquis de Sade.
Fuck, that is a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
And not a normal, any mouthful. That's a Jagger mouthful. God damn. The title of the movie is the synopsis of the movie.
No, and it is the actual full name. So I'm going to show it to you. Share screen. They just shortened it. They shortened it because, like, who's going to fucking say all that? So if you want to share it, Martin.
Holy shit.
That's the entire time. The Persecution and Assassination of Jean-Paul Marat, as performed by the inmates of the asylum of Charenton under the direction of the Marquis de Sade.
Wow.
Directed by Peter Weiss. And they actually showed the bathtub scene. There you go.
Anima, is this true? Did you try to ban Ariel?
No, I would never do that.
She's trying to get you in trouble with me. Oh yes, Hanover Street. Yep. And all British people can't spell Hanover. Polish director. Yeah.
What's the point in having a nemesis when you just make her go away?
I believe the actual title was, yeah, we already gone over that one. For some reason, they shortened the title when they released the film. Well, they put it on the poster, so the two names are highlighted. And again, the funny part of this is that he never does perform. He performs for the audience watching the film, but he doesn't perform for the Russians. And I like that. It's a big fuck you to the Soviets.
Yep. I mean, they don't even teach young kids learning ballet about him. Only the oldest of that class knows who he is. And she's giving him shit, and he calls her little shit for that. I like that.
I like it when Gregory Hines calls his woman babushka. It was cute. He thinks he's going to be shot.
In the back.
And he's like, don't shoot me in the back. Go. And then suddenly he realizes it's a fucking trade. He's being traded. But because of the disdain the Russian KGB agent had for him, he wanted him to feel that way. He wanted him to think that he was going to be killed.
And he doesn't realize until his wife tells him, you're over the border. You left the country. You're safe. He doesn't realize what's going on. He's so terrified of being shot in the back.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice when he makes the soldier use his charging handle on his rifle. There you go. You should not feel the presence of the director when you're watching a film. It's kind of that rule, which is why, Deus Ex Machina is such a bad thing. Because that's where the director inserts himself into the film. The film should be an expression of the director and showing the style that he loves. And that's all. Yeah, well, at least with Stripes, you had Joe Flaherty doing fake Russian or whatever language he was supposed to be doing. He was doing the other guard was actually speaking real Russian, while Joe Flaherty was doing mock Russian, which is one of the things that Mikhail said he didn't want in this movie. He wanted everything accurate. Yeah,
Well,
Chicago, bang, bang.
everybody knows that it's a pet peeve of mine to point out garbage German in World War II movies. And voice my appreciation if they don't do that and actually get people knowing the language. It's such a lame thing to do.
So I'm going to bring up another image here. Ein Moment, bitte.
There you go. That was real German.
Ouch.
Ich weiß nicht.
Ich weiß.
So there we go. That's Stephen Bishop, the guy who wrote the pretty song for the film that Say You Say Me was a huge hit, but without the movie. The real movie the real song for this movie was the song Separate Lives, which Stephen Bishop had been working with Hackford, but they kept having delays, and he ended up having to work on another film. I'm not sure, was it Tootsie? I can't remember, but he was working on another film, and he had to do a soundtrack for that. So he was not able to play the song, perform the song for the film. And so I think Phil Collins was very smart. He stepped in, took over, he produced it, him and Hugh Padgham. And Hugh Padgham, of course, if you don't know who that is, he's the guy who produced a lot of Genesis and Phil Collins music. And he got that sound. In fact, he was there and helped Phil with the drum sound that they discovered by accident while doing the song Beat Go for Peter Gabriel, when he accidentally heard his own drums coming back to him through the intercom system. And he's like, what was that? And everybody's like, stopped. And they discovered, using that compression mic, it created a very specific sound. And that sound is also known as the In the Air Tonight drums. And, but anyway, Phil heard the song and wanted to do it. So Stephen said, blessings to you, do what you will. And there was an agreement by the studio that he would make it a duet. And they introduced this new singer. This is her first big thing. Marion Martin got to sing it. And it's a wonderful song. It's got the classic Phil Collins keyboards and drums in it, which I always like. It grabs you by the heart when you listen to the lyrics. But more importantly, it actually has meaning, which I don't know, if you guys know the story behind it. But Stephen Bishop met a young woman when he was working on a comedy back in the late 70s called Animal House, which he did the soundtrack. And the young actress's name was Karen Allen. You know her more as, what's her name? I forgot her name. In Raiders of the Lost Ark. Marion Ravenwood. And they had a relationship that went on for a bit. And Bishop, and she had a quasi breakup that wasn't even a breakup. It's just all of a sudden she wasn't there anymore. And she actually called him up one night and from a hotel, just like in the song. And she's trying to have this conversation with him that he is not ready for. And she's trying to I still miss you. I still love you. Do you have those feelings too? Like sometimes, and he actually said, "You have no right to ask me that. You of all people have no right to ask me that." He was so hurt by what she did in this phone call, and they eventually worked it out, and became amicable with each other. But he really was stung by what she did, and wrote this fucking song, "Separate Lives." And if you get a chance to, go onto YouTube. Fuck it, I'll do it for you. Stephen Bishop performs "Separate Lives," because it's the same song, but it's done different. And I think it's much more emotional the way he did it. And I do like it. And here you go, copy video URL. Here you go. Stephen Bishop performs. There we go, guys. Hopefully we'll get through this. Well, without trying, I butcher it all the time. That's what I'm doing. Two. Yeah, Stephen Bishop's actually a really good songwriter. He wrote the love song to Tootsie. Does anybody remember that one?
No. I haven't seen Tootsie in quite some decades.
I fucking like that movie. It's fucking shit. The song he wrote's called "It Might Be You," and it was a hit. He writes really good movie theme songs, and I kind of wanted to do that myself, but I only did independent film and never went anywhere. There's so much. There's no such thing as any other language besides American. American. The film opened in Chicago International Film Festival on November 8, 85, and McClure Court. It then opened in Ziegfeld Theaters, New York City. Okay. You can aspire to be both. Kelly's Heroes, for example, is a heist comedy that still pays a lot of attention to the military details. And also, it was directing its film towards the more younger audience with the music and with the choice it made with the tank driver played by Donald Sutherland as a hippie. He's a fucking hippie in the movie. Hey, man. The way he talks like he's a stoner. So he's cross-generational. And, instead of making a movie for a certain audience, they made it for a mixed bag. They wanted everybody to enjoy themselves, which is why you should make a fucking movie. Dipshits. I'm sorry, Hollywood just annoys me. Okay. My office window in New York City was right above Ziegfeld Theater. So I'm going to put this into private chat for you guys too, if you want to check out his performance of Separate Lives. And it's a song about Karen Allen, Marion from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Who knew? I love Tootsie Dabney Coleman just being his best self. Yeah. White Knights Recedes. I don't care. The movie in the end was shot on about a $20 million budget, and they ended up making $42 million globally. So it wasn't a loss. It made its money. And I'm sure on home video, as that became more and more popular, made them a ton of money. Not to mention record sales. And I like the fact that in the music video for Separate Lives, you got both Marion Martin and Phil Collins in it, but they also have great clips from the movie, especially of them dancing. So there you go.
Awesome. Well, Ariel, I think your problem comes with that extra.
Oh, look, I will say it more fucked up than you. My biggest disappointment is it had a black guy in it. White Knights.
Hmm. Longing for the monetization, Gary?
Just reactions.
Yeah. What do we have here? Mm. You two have a great Friday, John.
Good night, John. What's this? But they still went to the trouble of including a line for the 1% who would notice. Are we still talking about Kelly's Heroes?
Oh, maybe this one. But well, they remember that Golia has to feign being a racist in order for the plan to work.
Yeah. And what a lot of people don't know is it's actually based on an actual heist.
Really?
And they used a tank, a German tank,
Oh,
to blow open the vault.
silly me! I thought we were talking about this one.
What? What? Oh, this movie. No, he was talking about. Alpha was talking about.
Yeah. My bad.
And it's also the only time you ever see the eyes of that German actor. He's always squinty eyed. And then he says there's over like $4 million or whatever they say is in the
There are
bank.
64 million marks on the site.
And he opens his fucking eyes and leans forward like, what? And the next cut, you see him shooting the fucking bank with the tank. We all walk away rich men. I fucking love that movie. And they quasi remade it with George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg in that Gulf War movie. And it was not very good. We'll probably do it sometime because, you know, it's a movie worth doing. There's some scenes in it that I like. But overall, I didn't think much of it. And the director is apparently a pain in the ass. He's the one that George Clooney punched while making the movie. What was that movie called? I'm going to go find it. The Three Kings? I think that was the name of it.
I think it was.
Well, Clooney was in that, and I really want to see George Clooney push somebody in the face for being a dick.
Oh no, there's no footage of it. No footage of it. It is just something we got from Mark Wahlberg. He told the story. Here it is. Three Kings. That is the name of the film. Yep. It's got Ice Cube in it, Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney, and it's about a bunch of soldiers at the end of the Gulf War that decide to do a heist, but this is where it varies off of the Saddam's gold. They're going for Saddam's gold. And then it veers off into a humanitarian story, which I was okay with, but I you know, I didn't think it was deserving of that much attention because, you know, we never really did that. So it's, you know, heist I can buy, but the excessive humanitarian crap I wasn't too sure was a smart move, which I think hurt the film. Yeah, I don't care. The Flight of the Marsh Arabs who rose up against George H. Herbert. Washington, is it? GHW. Herbert. I forget what the W is. Bush's encouragement, but were then abandoned to Saddam's minions. And that was the crime. That's what cost Bush the election. most of the military, we were already pissed at him. We were pissed at him, Schwarzkopf, and Powell for only doing half the job. Let us finish this. Let's finish this. We've got him on the run. We pretty much nuked him on a road. You know, so let's go in and fucking finish this guy and topple his regime. But we through the CIA, we got a lot of people in Iraq to stand up to Saddam Hussein. They went to war with him, and he pulled a fucking John Kennedy and refused to support it. And they were all murdered or imprisoned and killed later. They're all murdered at some point. And people are like, you know, like, why aren't the Iraqis more welcoming to us when we liberated them finally? And because they're like, no, we fucking remember you guys. You let a bunch of us die when you talked us into overthrowing the government and then didn't give us any support. And they fucking killed us or imprisoned us and then killed us later, our family members. So yeah, it cost him the election, buddy. Wanted to encourage General's coup against, yeah. All right, that's it, guys. I'm talking and I'm dry in the mouth. Nobody else is, and so it's time to go.
I'm out of energy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm trying not to fall.
We're all in the same boat, fellas.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls and the mozzarella sticks?
You mean shenanigans?
Oh.
You're talking about shenanigans, right?
Put those away.
That it's what gets me.
And in real life, those two are like best friends, and I find that funny. I was so sad when their show got canceled. They had a show on the Travel Channel, I think it was a comedy called Tacoma FD, and it was a fun show. It got a little woke, but you know, they thought if we, you know, give them a little bit of woke with our comedy, maybe they'll keep us going. But no, they canceled them. Fucking assholes. Well, it seems that when you turned the show woke, people stopped watching it as much. But that's our fault. You made us do it. Fucking assholes. All right. We're going to get out of here, guys. Everybody have a great Friday. We will see you again tomorrow. Don't forget, we've got John playing later with Martin. Well, he's playing video games with Martin. They're going to be playing with Martin. It's just weird.
No.
And then after that, if you are still wanting to watch something, you've always got Friday Night Frolics with Doomcock, man. It's a good show. It's always good. Dude, what?
Well, I mean, she was.
What do you said? He's not playing with Martine. He's playing video games.
Praising.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right, guys, we are out of here. Everybody have a great Friday, and we will see you again mañana as we talk about a little movie called Death Becomes Her for Sci-Fi Saturday. It's a fun show. I like that fucking movie. All right. Good night, guys.
See it.
Bye.
Good night.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.